Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video, and this is a paid request for Phil. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, movie review, re-review, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. I do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And for those who sent them, thank you. I do appreciate it. And this is for My Life, a 1993 film, which I had heard of, but I'd never seen before until now. It's actually directed and written by Bruce Joel Rubin. Now, he wrote Ghost, which I quite enjoy that film. I think I know he's nominated. I think he won an Oscar for the screenplay of Ghost. And he also wrote Jacob's Ladder, the 1990 film, which I very much adore. So he wrote those. So he definitely has a bit of a affinity of the afterlife, which is all three of them delve into that in some way, shape, or form. And this stars Michael Keaton. You also have Nicole Kidman, which is funny because Michael Keaton was Batman, and Nicole Kidman will later be in Batman Forever. You also have, I believe his name is Bradley Whitford, who was in, I want to say, Billy Madison, I believe he was in. You have Hannes Noah. I can't pronounce his name right. He was in this film called The Killing Fields. And what's, on a side note, what's kind of sad was that this is one of the last films this guy did before he was passed. He got shot and killed by a robbery, although some say it wasn't really a robbery, it was something else. And what's sadly ironic is the guy he played in The Killing Fields outlived him. Like, so you have a guy who went through these really hardships and up and down craziness that was in The Killing Fields, and he lived longer than the actor who played him. I don't know, something about that is just, I don't know. Anyway, the idea behind the film is, right from the get-go, we find out that Michael Keaton's character is dying from terminal kidney cancer. That it was in the kidneys and it's slowly going to the brain. And his wife is Nicole Kidman, and she is pregnant with their kid. And he doesn't know how long he has left, so he decides to film, like this camcorder, film stuff for the kid in case he can never see his kid. To be honest, I thought those were the best moments of the film, is when he's filming and talking and teaching. Like the beginning when he's like, my name is Bob, and then the camera falls, he's like, oh shit. Or he's trying to film and he's trying to work it and he zoomed too far. It's, oh man. And then the moments where he stops and he films himself teaching how to cook spaghetti, teaching about music and going, your mom's not going to be of any help to you with this. There's no hope. But the songs you should check into. Or he's teaching about basketball, and he's teaching about shaving. He talks about sex, and then he doesn't know what to say, so he goes to something else. I forgot where he went to. He went to like another topic. Oh, there's one bit teaching how to shake hands. They should be like this. Don't be like this. Those bits, like, they were fun, but they were also heartfelt. And like when he's trying to teach how to shake hands, you throw like a little bit of humor into there. I thought that stuff was actually kind of, something about it was interesting. And I would like to have seen either a whole movie like that or much more scenes of that nature. But the rest of it is just him and his wife trying to deal with stuff day by day. And either this doctor says he only has 4 months to live, and as they're leaving, he's getting to his car, he comes back and gets pissed at him and goes, you know, don't take away my hope, alright? Because that's all I got. I do think Michael Keaton, I always like Michael Keaton. I do. Always thought he was a great actor. Not just Batman, not just Beetlejuice, but Clean and Sober, fairly good performance by him in that. Even in films like Multiplicity, I remember having some fun with that. Let's see, he's always... Oh, for the... I don't love every film he's been in, but he's a very solid actor, and I think he did a really good job in this. Nicole Kidman, she does fine. She's pretty much there to either cry a bit because why aren't you talking to me, or be there for support. Like, she's fine. You know, take her or leave her. It's one of those films that I just see there's a lot of people who watch the film. And yes, if you heard that, that was a rooster, because out here in the middle of nowhere with farms and stuff around. But, you know, there are a lot of people who have seen this film, and either someone they loved or a family friend had passed away, and this helped them deal with that. If that's the case, then that's pretty damn commendable. That's pretty damn commendable to do that. And what I mean by that is that the film to have that power to help people in their time of need. And, you know, either, you know, just how, you know, that person thinks and their fears, and there are times where he's like optimistic and, oh, I'm trying all these little things, you put them together, I have like 110% chance of surviving. And there's other moments where he's scared and he falls out of the bed and he begs his wife, please don't let me die, please don't let me die. It's a very emotional performance. And it also, it doesn't throw, how do I put it? It doesn't, it goes all the way with it. I'll put it that way. I'll explain later, but other parts of the story, there's a part where he goes back to his brother. His brother has a wedding, goes to talk with him, and he's a bit ostracized. Well, he doesn't really talk to his family much. He's kind of pushed them away because he wanted to go to California, and he changed his last name, and he has a certain family history. He's kind of pushed that to the back seat. And when he gets there, the family doesn't know what's happened to him. He doesn't tell them, and they get into a bit of a fight and struggle and animosity, and eventually by the end he's going to make up with his family. But you know, a lot of people have their tensions with their family and such, and then when something happens, like, it's best to kind of make amends before, you know, the next step occurs, so to speak. I know some people like Roger Ebert got upset that they throw humor into this. I don't know why. Number one, if you don't have any humor, it just would have been a sad, melancholy, depressing film. And also, people have humor, especially if things are going through horrible ordeals. They want to have humor in their lives because so they don't go fucking crazy. And to me, the humor wasn't overly ridiculous. Like, he's buying toys and there's a bit where he gets a ball, then all the balls fall down. It was cute. It wasn't, oh, then he slips on it and he goes down the whole alleyway, then he hits and then some pudding fell on his fucking head, and, you know, no, it wasn't over the top. I think it fit with the film. And Michael Keaton knows how to do that well. Humor and drama. He's very, very adept at pulling those emotions out of you. So I do think the film is, I like it because it's heartfelt, it has his heart in the right place, and features some good performances, in particular Michael Keaton. I also like the guy who played his dad, especially in the third act. I think he has some really good emotional scenes. There's a couple things I wasn't big on. I'm going to go into spoilers now. Spoilers. After I did a drink. I would say about four. Like 4 things I would have done differently for me. One, I would have added more of the video camera stuff because I think those were, again, my favorite parts of the film. How I can teach and throw a bit of humor, but also throw a bit of, you know, what do you say to someone who you haven't even met yet, who you may never meet. So I would have thrown more of those scenes. But I like the stuff that we got. But the other 3 I was thinking of were, 1, the whole bit with the healer, which is Han, that's, again, sorry if I butchered his name, the guy who was in the movie The Killing Fields, who's this Asian healer, and Michael Keaton he's not really sure about this, and the guy tells about how you keep holding your anger, and Michael Keaton's like, what, I don't have any anger. And there are times where the guy's doing some healing, Michael Keaton will look to the side or to the ceiling, and then he'll see, like, starlight heaven. I thought that was a bit much. I thought that was a bit too much for this kind of film. I think they could have handled that. To be honest, you did not need the healer character at all. I just don't think he brought anything to the table. And honestly, I think Bruce Joel Rubin already wrote this character better. And it was in Jacob's Ladder. The Danny Aiello character. Like Danny Aiello, who gets Jacob on the massage, you know, he was a chiropractor. And then he'll say some words of encouragement to Jacob Singer, to Tim Robbins' character. It's pretty much the same type of role, only I thought it was done much better in that. Here it's like Bruce is trying to do that again, but to me, like, it wasn't needed in this, and it just kind of... And try to have this whole bit where you actually see the star. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't think that was needed. I really don't. Plus the effect of the starlight looks a bit... I don't want to use... I hate using the word cheesy because people overuse it, but it did look a bit cheesy to me when you see the starlight thing. So yeah, in all honesty, the whole Asian healer guy could have been taken out. I don't think it brought anything to the table. It didn't really accomplish anything. This simple dialogue could have been talked to with Nicole Kidman, who could have used more to do in the story. So that's number 1. Number 2, if you look at the end credits of this film, the 4th build is Queen Latifah. And that's why I didn't mention her yet, because I almost forgot she was in the fucking film. Like, again, if you look at the end credits, it's like Michael Keaton, Nicole Kidman, I forget who the 3rd one was, and then Queen Latifah. She's in the film for like 1 minute. She does not come... Okay, it's like an hour and 50 or so minute movie. She does not come into the movie till like 90 minutes in. Because spoilers, the baby is born. Michael Keaton and Nicole Kidman are enjoying their time with the baby. And I don't know how much time passes. But then Michael Keaton falls. They see that it's gone to his brain. There has to be some hospice. And they bring a nurse in as Queen Latifah. But she's only in the film for like 1 fucking minute. Literally to say, hi, I'm going to help you. And tries to get him to do an exercise. There's a bit where Michael Keaton's like on the stairs and he throws something. And then I swear to God, you never see Queen Latifah again. So I don't know if she had a lot more stuff filmed and was cut. I have a feeling that's what happened. I have a feeling this film was a lot longer, where I had a lot more scenes with her in it, and they were cut out. I would not be surprised. Otherwise, it is a bit weird to have Queen Latifah in the film, fourth build, and only been in for like a minute. That just... That just didn't... I didn't get that. I didn't understand that. That was confusing to me. And the other thing... what was I going to say? Queen Latifah, that... Damn it, there was something else I was going to say. Queen Latifah bit, the healer bit, wishing it was a bit more camera stuff. I forgot what it was. Well, maybe it was... As he's dying, he views himself as on a roller coaster. And the roller coaster stuff was fine, because earlier in the film, he talked about how he was scared of this roller coaster, and then the kid next to him's like, hey, put your hands up, and Michael Keaton's like, no. He's holding on, like he's still holding on to life. But now, as he dies, he's on the roller coaster again, and he finally lets go. And what you could have done is have a shot where he does this, and the roller coaster goes up and down, and maybe at one point when it goes up again, he's gone. He's no longer there. So you see him, yay, go up, yay. We're going to go up one more time. No, instead, it goes up and there's this starlight, and you have like Michael Keaton from the back like this, kind of moving his arms like this, like he's being beamed up. It just looked goofy to me. I get it, like he's going to heaven, of course I get it, but just the way it was done, it just looked hokey. It was a hokey looking shot. Keep the roller coaster bit, but just have it didn't... Even he's like doing this, and he's on the roller coaster by himself, and just have a POV, and then fade to white. That's all you have to do. Having the starlight, it just looked hokey. That's the way I took it. So other than those issues, I do think it is, again, its heart's in the right place. And that's what I was saying before of how it didn't, of how I went all the way. How you could take this film and someone like a studio nerd could go, well, does he have to die at the end? Can't it be like the healer actually did something? It was a miracle, or something to the effect? It's like, no, I mean, it's about enjoying every moment of your life. And then at the, near the end, he's able to see his family again and able to make peace. There's a nice bit where him and the dad say that they love each other. The very beginning of the movie, when Michael Keaton's a boy, he wanted a circus. It didn't happen, but now the father was able to give him his circus. And you tell Michael Keaton going, oh, man, he finally got his circus. I thought when Michael Keaton was sick in the house, they did a good job with the makeup to really make it look like he is close to death. Like, whoever was the makeup guy, the makeup girl, and the makeup person, they did a nice job with the makeup. I thought that was, wasn't too over the top, but you had as the right sickly effect. And yeah, I thought that the film itself definitely gave you that sense of genuine emotion. So I do think it was effective in what it was trying to do, held up by a very capable Michael Keaton performance. And apparently those chicks feel the same way. They're praising Michael Keaton too, like, yeah! It's the Michael Keaton fan club. Or they're pissed that he's going to be replaced for Batman and Batman Forever. Well, I mean, Michael Keaton said no, because he thought the script sucked. Well, it depends. Some say because he wasn't paid the money he wanted, and then others say because he thought the script sucked. So it's probably both. But anyway. But yeah, with that said, yeah, this was a pretty good film. Pretty good film. I don't think it did well when it came out. I think it cost 15 to 20 million in the U.S. and only made like 27 million in the U.S. And if a film costs 20 million and it made 27 million, that does not mean, oh, they made a 7 million profit. That's not how box office works. That's not how, when you split between the theaters and the movie studios, and that's not how it works. So if that was the case, that means the film flopped and lost the company money. I don't think it did much overseas. Maybe people felt it was a bit too sentimental. And I just see, but I thought it worked well enough for this movie. With the subject matter and what was being entailed. Again, if you don't have Queen Latifah in it for just a minute, just don't have her in it at all. Yeah, I was more distracted of, wait, she's there, now she's gone? Like, where the hell did she go? Alright, again, the Asian healer guy, but you didn't need him. Again, it could have been either A, more scenes with him, have the Nicole Kidman say this stuff, and put in more scenes of him teaching the kid this, and this on the video camera. But I know I'm repeating myself. But with that said, I still liked it overall. It was heartfelt. It had the right mix of emotions. And I just see a lot of people looking through this, thinking about people they've lost or currently losing, and it could very well help them a lot during that time. To deal with it, to have some tangible quality, we would relate to it, to what's going on with the people, the events in the movie. So, there you go. I don't think Bruce Joel Rubin directed it again. I know he wrote some movies. If I didn't, I just want to make sure on this, sorry. With the, because I don't want to say it and get it wrong. Did he not write? Yes, he was a writer on Deep Impact, which I didn't realize. And Stuart Little too. I don't know why, I just find the idea of the guy who wrote Jacob's Ladder, Ghost, and this movie writing. And he helped write Deadly Friend, although that got screwed up because of this people wanting Wes and Bruce Joel Rubin to change their film from this movie to a horror film. The Time Traveler's Wife with Eric Bana. He wrote Ghost the Musical. I didn't even realize there was a Ghost musical. Jesus, the poster looks like some shitty Twilight. 2012 book and lyrics. Ghost the Musical. Holy shit. Well, there you go. But this was a good one. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.